Brian Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver.
What was life
Get
like
down
growing
or
up
lay
before
down.
Rap-A-Lot?
Lay down. Lay down.
For me,
Yes, of course.
oh man, it was a grind. You know what I mean? It was a grind. I was trying to figure it out, man. My objective was to break that poverty curse, man. So, what I mean? I started out one way and then I ended up another one.
Okay. This is going to be a pretty light going interview too. We're going to ask some, it's not going to be a serious one. We're going to ask some light-hearted questions. We'll start with one right now. What's your favorite holiday movie?
Oh man, The Godfather.
Is that a holiday movie?
For me.
Hey, The Godfather, hey, Jesus, you the Godfather of the South, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For each his own, man.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And I know you got the wines and stuff coming out. We got a bunch of questions coming up for that. I'm trying to loosen you up a little here with some easygoing questions. Do you have a favorite sports athlete?
My favorite sport, Michael Jordan, man.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, man. Hands down.
Okay.
I love his heart. He a killer.
Yes, definitely. That's for sure. B Styles has just dropped in all the way from Oregon.
Man, also I apologize for the technical difficulties, man. Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to even have you on the show, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. You know what I mean?
I heard that.
So how did the Geto Boys form?
Well, the Ghetto Boys, it depends on which set we're talking about. The one that y'all really know of, I shook the city of Houston inside out, and I went basically on every side of town throughout Houston and handpicked the ones that I wanted to be Ghetto Boys.
Okay. And you obviously knew right away. I mean, because everything worked out the right way.
Well, it was a process. I had opportunity to listen to everybody. Everybody had their own personality. And, it was exactly what I wanted. What mattered most to me was that they were all team players and was willing to do it the way I asked them to do it. Because that was important to me because that was my last piece of money. And I had tried a lot of people's ideas. And now I was going to do this my way. You know what I mean? I said, if I'm going to lose my last piece of money, it's going to be on what come out of my cranium.
Okay, B, you're up.
I heard that. Well, first of all, man, I got a lot of people that know that we was doing this interview, and they wanted me to personally thank you for making a soundtrack for our lives, man. Like you brought artists to the forefront that I show my kids, you know what I'm saying? And of course their life is nothing like mine, and it never will be. Yeah. But I try to show them where I come from and, the things that I learned and how I learned, from Scarface. Like Scarface, one of my favorite rappers. But despite all of that, man, I something that I realized being a rapper myself, the South has had the ball and they ain't giving it up. Like, how do you feel the South has kept hold on the rap game this long? Like, how has it been done?
Man, I'm loving that. You know what I mean? Because, my saying is, the East Coast a piece of bread, the West Coast a piece of bread, and we the meat. You know what I mean? So you can't have a sandwich without it. And, people always wonder why I said that. And, at the end of the day, I asked the East Coast and West Coast homies, I said, where your mama, where your grandmother from? And it always leads back to the South.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.